Got a Cardi on me popping when I shoot, I never miss. She gon' ask if I'm in love, I never lie, I plead the fifth. Only want me cause I'm icy and I'm pricey with the fit.
Okay, so today's video might be a little bit of a short one, but it's because it is the off season and I like giving the off season its own episode every single season. So before I jump into the off season, I want to acknowledge some comments on episode 17, which you guys showed so much support on already. 36 views, 3 hours, 11 comments. You guys are absolutely ridiculous. Now, Dylan Park says, can't wait for the offseason. Keep the bangers coming. Christina McConnell's comment is really long, but I'll put it up on screen now. I addressed it in the comments, so I'm not going to address it in the video, but we'll put it up on screen because Christina's been a huge supporter of the series, so we appreciate you. Mike said, can we get the created players draft / movement drafted already during the offseason vid? That's what I planned on. We definitely are going to do that in today's episode. Dede Film says, let's go. Jaden said, a finals win for my newfound favorite team. I'm not a bandwagon, but you should put Ben at power forward with Trey J and center. Jaren Jackson Jr. at center and dropped a point guard to fit Nick Smith. Maybe my boy King J, but who knows? I've been thinking. I have some ideas. We'll get to that. Jaden said, can you change my player Jaden King Jr. skin tone to tone 7 and shave the mustache? I did that. And then Mike also said, off topic, but I looked to buy NBA 2K23 this week, but it was 283 gigabytes on Xbox. It is kind of ridiculous. I'm not sure how much mine is. I can go to manage game and add-ons. 164 is mine. So I don't know how much it is retail, but mine's 164. And with a 500 gig Xbox, like I don't have a ton of games. Like this is literally the games I have installed. Roblox and Fall Guys are for my girlfriend because she likes playing those two games. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a game I really want to play a ton. FIFA 23, I've been thinking of doing a FIFA 23 series on the channel because I am a very big soccer fan. I've been well, not a big soccer fan. I used to be a big fan of like international football, but I kind of fell out of love with football. But I am kind of getting back into it. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. But regardless, today's episode is about the off season. Now, I don't recall if I have our draft pick for this season. I'll definitely give it a look once we get to the time. But player retirements, Chris Paul, the legend, calls it a career. Did he ever win a ring? Is he ringless when he retired? That would be kind of funny. That would be kind of hilarious if he retired ringless. He retired ringless. Kyle Lowry retires in Miami. Thad Young retires in Toronto. Jeff Green retires in Chicago. Lemon Pepper Lou and Trevor Ariza also retired. Gallinari retires after losing in the finals. Ish Smith. Here are the players if you really care about who retired. And Hall of Fame inductees, Chris Paul is the only one inducted in the Hall of Fame. Somehow Kyle Lowry isn't a Hall of Famer, but Chris Paul is in the 2024 Hall of Fame class. And then Chris Paul gets his jersey retired with LA, and then Kyle Lowry gets his jersey retired with Toronto. League meetings, we're gonna make sure, actually we're gonna do something. I kind of like hinted at this at the start of the series, but is it here? Is this where I do it? No, it's not where I do it. Okay. I hinted at this at the start of the series where I was gonna expand the league. Our lead sideline reporter Adrian Wojnarowski today spoke with Adam Silver on Twitter, and Adam Silver confirmed that the NBA will be expanding immediately to 34 teams with a plan in place to expand to 36 teams in the 2024-2025 season. We'll do that next season. At the start of the series, I said I was going to add 2 more teams, have it be 6-team expansion, but I don't have the teams ready yet. But we will do that next season. The next two new teams will be added. Now the draft lottery. This draft class is loaded with your guys' players. The Flame have the #1 pick. One of your guys' players could be going to the Flame. I'm gonna pull up the Google sheet just so I know whose player is what, and then I can kind of say which team, write down which team he goes to, because there is 16 of your guys' players in the draft. If one of your guys' players does not get drafted, I apologize, but it's out of my hands. I can kind of like sign a player in the offseason, one of your guys' guys, but there's 16 of your guys' players plus the 2024 prospects that were in the 2024 draft class. So there's a ton of prospects in this draft. So if one of your guys' players gets missed, I do apologize. But here is the lottery. The Thunder have 4 first-rounders this year in the draft. The Flame get 1, Bulls 2, Spurs 3, Lancers 4. The Thunder have 5, 8, 9, and 18. The Skyhawks are at 17. The Wizards have our pick at 34. I think I'm going to trade for for my pick just so I can kind of draft someone late. And I see no reason to change up our coaching staff because obviously we are kind of the best team in the NBA. We're coming off of a title winning season. Pre-draft workouts. I don't think I'm going to be high enough in the draft to really, I guess, per se, draft any of these guys, but we're going to invite Magic JaVale. We're going to invite Will O'Neal. We're going to invite Dante Hines. Dante Hines is one of you guys' players, right? Dante Hines. I recognize the name. Maybe I'm drunk. Maybe Dante Hines isn't one. Shamar Harvey. Where's another one? Otto, Austin, Michael, Ethan. Where are some other ones? I know some of them by name. Matt Miller. So we're at the NBA draft, and I'm going to attempt to trade into the first round, whether it's a first round pick or it's just a second rounder. I want to trade into the draft somehow. What picks do I have? I feel like I held on to my pick. Okay, we're in the draft. I feel like I held on to my pick, but I'm not sure. I didn't. Okay, but we have the draft capital to trade into the first round. So the Sixers have the 13th overall pick. We could we could try to trade for the Hornets 12th overall pick. That's not exactly valuable. What if we trade you a 2028 pick? They don't like that. What if we throw in a player, someone who's really on the fringe of our rotation, like Jake LaRavia? They don't like that. Oh, because it's expired. Okay, George Brooks is a guy I'm down to get rid of, but I kind of want to keep him around for maybe like trading for a player this offseason. Who knows? Damn, I got to give up so much for the 12th overall pick. Can I get a pick higher than 12? Damn, they are not taking that for the 12th overall pick. Really? Okay, maybe we can't get 12. What if we go for like 18 from that's a second round pick. What if we go for like the 18th pick or so? I don't care if I'm in the lottery. I just want a first round pick. Okay, I can't trade for the Heat pick. Kings? Okay, they give up their 14th pick. The Glendale Flame, the first pick in the 2024 NBA draft, select Will O'Neal. That is the player of Wilhelm down in the comments. He got drafted to the Glendale Flame. Welcome to the My League, Wilhelm. Your player has been drafted first overall to the Glendale Flame. The Chicago Bulls select Aaron Bradshaw, which is not one of your players. The Spurs select DJ Wagner, who is a real-life prospect. The Lancers select Magic JaVale, who belongs to ISOGod 244. You have gone to the Lancers. Okay, we're heating up. We got two players from the comments drafted in the first round. The 5th pick, the Thunder take Paul Woods, who is EBZY's player. I didn't give him a name just because he didn't tell me a name for his player, but EBZY, your player, is now the point guard for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I don't know how they're going to make that work with Josh Giddey and Shea, but not my circus. EBZY, your player, is on the Thunder. The Jazz, the 6th overall pick, Mackenzie Mbako. I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. That is not one of your players. The Knicks select Omaha Bilio, also not one of your players. The Thunder at the 8th pick. Are they trading their pick? No, they take Xavier Booker. Xavier Booker has fallen so far. And then 9th, Michael Guerin. Your player has gone to the Thunder as well, alongside EBZY's Paul Woods. Welcome to the save, Michael Guerin as well. The Suns, a team that we were trying to trade for their pick, has drafted Shamar Harvey, who is Champ's player. Your player has gone to the Suns at the 10th overall pick. We're just firing away at these your guys' players. The Rockets take Mateus Buzelis, which isn't one of your guys' players. The Wizards, the pick I was trying to trade for, takes Nashawn Melton, which is Cam Cash's center. He goes to the Washington Wizards. The Sixers up next at 13. They take Isaiah Collier, which I don't think is any of your guys' players. And now it's our pick. There's a lot of your guys' players on the board. There's Jaden King Jr. There's Davon King. There's Matt Miller, which is Vez's player. Murray Morrison, which is ISO Ty's player. Josh Ratter, Ethan Hampton. There's Tubby Modupi. There's Otto. There's Damian Law. And there's Austin Karakoff. Otto is a 6'2" point guard. Hey now, a 6'2" point guard, Otto. He's 6 foot. Ooh, I kind of like that. There's also Ethan Hampton, who 6'9" 2 guard. That is ridiculous. But we have Nick Smith Jr. already. It's also Austin, who is 6'6". Hold on, where's Davon King and Jaden King? Both of their players are in this draft. Okay, so he's kind of a steal. He is the 11th ranked talent in the draft. He's a two-way inside the arc scorer. He's a 6'7" point guard / shooting guard. Davon King, Day-Day. I'm taking him because one, a 6'7" point guard is going to be elite. If we're going to go along with Jaden's game plan, moving Ben to the 4, Jaden possibly to the 5, depending on what type of trades we make this offseason. But Davon King, he's going to be our point guard. 6'7". We're going to have a huge lineup, but Davon King, welcome to the Seattle Sound. And they said Davon King was a steal. He was projected to go much higher than this. He was ranked the 11th best player in the draft. So, I mean, we'll take that. The Bulls take Ron Holland, who isn't one of your guys' players in the comments. The Mavericks take Sean Stewart. The Skyhawks take Austin Karakoff. Welcome to the save. We have 4 players. Every single expansion team has landed a player in the comments. Austin goes to the Skyhawks. Davon King goes to the Sound. Will O'Neal, first round overall pick to the Glendale Flame. And then Magic Javale to the Lancers. Matt Miller, he is one of your guys' players. He is Vez's player, has gone to the Toronto Raptors at the 19th overall pick. Welcome to the save. Matt Miller, aka Vez. If you want your player, if you didn't give me a name for your player and you want him to have a specific name, let me know in the comments if you want their name changed. Like Vez, Matt Miller's just kind of an auto-generated name. Like Will O'Neal, he asked me to name his player Will O'Neal. Day-Day, Davon King, he asked me to name his player that. But like guys like ISO, his guy's name is Murray Morrison. EBZY, Paul Woods. Vez is Matt Miller. Like, they're just kind of auto-generated names because you guys didn't give me a name down below. Caleb Foster to the Heat. I'm just gonna skip through this draft and let you guys know where your players went. Bro, the Pelicans have had 2 first round picks and have traded them both. The Jazz take Ethan Hampton, who is Maria Drew's player. Welcome to the save, Ethan Hampton. You've gone to Utah. Murray Morrison, who is ISO Ty's player, has gone to the Orlando Magic. Going to be playing alongside Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. That 3 right there could be very nice. And then Damian Law is Cave House's player, has gone to the Denver Nuggets in the first round. We have a few, like 8 more picks left in the first round, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 players from the comments haven't been drafted. 3 players. Tubby Madupi has gone to the Indiana Pacers. He is a guy in the comments whose name I cannot pronounce. Now there's just Otto's player, Jaden's player, and Josh Ratter's player. Josh Ratter has been drafted by the Atlanta Hawks. Going to be playing next to Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, and John Collins. That could be a nice team for the future. And considering I know all of these players like stats, it's kind of unfair because I made them all, but like it's your guys' players and it's my way of making this kind of interactive by bringing you guys into the save. So I mean, I don't know if it's cheating since I drafted Davon King, since I know what his attributes are, but I mean, with any player, I can open up their, like, I can edit them and look at their attributes. So is it cheating? I don't know if it's cheating. Regardless, we got 2 players left. That's Otto and Jaden King that need to be drafted. And Jaden King Jr. is going to the Detroit Pistons. And somehow, Otto hasn't been drafted. He was ranked in the top 20 players in the draft. Hold on. Can I see prospects that are still on the board? Like, if I go to prospect drafting and I go to, where's Otto? Where Otto right here, maybe he's not, but I only have 53% of him scouted, so that's not fair. And Otto has gone in the second round at pick 65 to the Houston Rockets to play alongside Jalen Green and Jabari Smith Jr. Knowing Otto's potential, I know that this is a great pickup for Houston. 6'2" out of Belgium. He's young. He is going to produce right off the bat. And that is all 16 of the your guys' players drafted. Deion Sanders to the Hawks. That is all 16 of your guys' players drafted. If you're upset with where your guy went, I'm sorry. That is not a direct reflection of them as a player, because I know, I know your guys' stats. And Davon King is a 73 overall at the age of 19. That's a W. That is a massive W. Who did the Skyhawks draft? That was in the They drafted Austin Karakov, which Austin is a 73 as well. It's just cool to see all your guys' players here in the draft. Shamar Harvey is a 76 at the age of 19, B- potential. The Thunder got 2 of your guys' players, Michael Guerin and Paul Woods. Paul Woods is a 75. Michael Guerin is a 73, both with decent potential. And team player options, we're going to pick up all of the team options. Bones Highland, Dayron Sharp, Jake LaRavia can walk, but Dwayne Washington, we will bring him back. And now it is time for free agency. Actually, qualifying offers, we're going to throw it at Otto, we're going to throw it at Denny, and then Lamont Jackson. I guess we'll throw it at him as well. So moratorium is here. Now let's look at our roster. Actually, before I get into that, I want to take a look at Mike's guy, because there's no way I just forgot Mike's guy. Mike's guy was the only one in the season 1 draft, which is Joni Tabroni. And I want to see how he is going in wherever he's at. He's still a 58 overall, but he's 19 with B+ potential. I'm assuming it's because he didn't play a ton. I think it would be kind of cool if we traded for him. And then put him in the G League. But I want to see him get his on his own, because he's a 58 overall with B+ potential. I think he could be a big thing in this league. So this offseason, our roster looks like this. Ben Simmons has 1 more year. Jaren Jackson has 2. Nick Smith has 1. We still have Bones Highland. Luke Kennard signed a team-friendly deal this offseason. George Brooks is here. Dayron Sharp's here. Dwayne Washington is here. And now we have Davon King, who is going to now move to the point guard position. He is 6'7". He's going to body it. Ben Simmons is going to move to power forward. And then Jaren Jackson is going to run the 5 for us in season 3. I don't know how much I like that, but he's 6'11". And him and Ben Simmons are going to be an insane defensive front court. And then hopefully Denny Avdia comes back. He should, because he's restricted. Hopefully he should come back and then also bolster that front court. There's a lot of unrestricted free agents that are very, very good. Anthony Davis, can I even afford them? No, I can't. Okay, let's go to affordable. I don't really know what I'm looking for here. Whether it's just lights out shooting, or if I don't know what it would be. I mean, I think I'm going to bring back Adin Dermanenko, just because he is kind of a demon when it matters. We're going to offer him a team option. I don't want to change the team too much, because we are kind of the NBA champions, so I don't want to change the team up too much. We're not going to renounce rights on Denny. I want Denny back. Why would we renounce rights on Denny Avdia? I would love to keep Denny Avdia. He's restricted. You're coming back. Another guy I just saw, Buddy Hield. He's 31. He doesn't want a ton of money. Buddy Hield, if I can get him on like a 2-year deal with a team option, Buddy Hield would be a W. And we get all 3. We get Adin, Denny, and Buddy Hield. All 3 of them are going to be making their way to Seattle. Adin Dermanenko and Denny Avdia we can't sign. Damn it, we can't sign Buddy Hield. Okay, that's tragic. Okay, let's look at our roster now that we made some signings. Our starting 5 is going to be Davon King. I like Bones Highland, though. I don't want to just shrug Bones Highland out of the lineup. I don't know. I don't know if I think I might have to have I don't know. I want Bones Highland or Davon King to just come in and take the reins at the 1. But there's also Bones Highland. I'm going to have to figure out who I want to play. I mean, look. Davon King's a better defender. They're similar offensively. Davon King is Bones is a better playmaker. Davon King is better physically because he's 6'7". He's 6'7", 194. Bones is 6'2", 169. Both on similar contracts. I don't know who I want to start at the 1. Either Bones or Davon King are going to be our point guards. Then the other is going to be the backup. Luke Kennard is going to be our starting 2. Adin or George Brooks are going to be our backup 1. I'm going to trade one of them. And then Dayron Sharp, our backup 4. And then we need a backup 2, because Dwayne Washington at A- potential still. He could be our backup 2, but I think I'm going to bring in a 1000% like amazing backup 2. I found really the best trade I could ask for. Karis LeVert. We have to give up Dwayne Washington, but we get Karis LeVert in a 1st-round pick. Like, Karis LeVert is our backup 2 guard. Like, that is ridiculous, and I really love our 5 after that. Karis LeVert as a backup 2 is a W pickup. I didn't want to change our roster too much because we are the NBA champs and we're kind of running it back, so I don't want to shake it up too much. Player progression, Ben Simmons is up to an 86, Nick Smith's up to an 81, Denny Avdia is up to an 81, which is a W, Bones Highland up to a 79, Luke Kennard is 77, Davon King is somehow a 71, even though he was just a 73, and I'm confused, bro. I'm so confused. So right now, our roster is solid. I think I'm going to have to slowly work Davon King into the lineup, but he's 6'7", and I'd like to get him playing time because, one, he's a subscriber player, and two, he is kind of a beast. Bones Highland's up to an 80, though. Bones might earn that starting point guard spot for now, but I definitely think Davon King is going to be a guy that comes in behind Bones Highland and takes the reins when he's on the bench. We also got Sam Merrill. I liked Sam Merrill when the Bucks drafted him, but he's old. Our guard depth is immense. Nick Smith Jr., Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert can also play the 3, and so can Luke Kennard. Our small forward depth is Denny Avdia, and then either Luke Kennard or Karis LeVert. Power forwards, Ben Simmons, and then Day'Ron Sharpe. Centers is Jaren Jackson, Adin Dermanenko. So I'm really happy with this team. And if you want to know, or if you have any questions about your player, let me know down in the comments. I'm open to answering any of your questions. But I want to open up about players that I want to trade for. They were players that I had my eyes on in the offseason when I was like scouting this episode. Are they still in my target list? No, they're not. Okay, so one of them was Miles Turner. Miles Turner is a guy that is an elite defender at the rim, and he's an elite shooter. So he fits the mold of the centers I like for my teams. But he was injured. Now he's not. We can make a trade for Miles Turner. The only downside is that he's 28, and our whole lineup with Ben at the 4 and Jaren at the 5 would be no longer. So unless I traded, like, I can't trade Adin. Okay, we're going to say no to Miles Turner. If you want to tell me any of your suggestions down in the comments, I am open to all of your suggestions as always. But I think that is going to wrap up the off-season episode. If you enjoyed, as always, make sure to love down below. It's free to own this community, grow on the road to 5K. You guys have been absolutely amazing on this series. I had fun with Season 2, but now it's a new season. Season 3, we got a new brand of players. It's going to be a ton of fun. See you in Season 3. Let's go.
I can't sleep at night. Push start, no keys, take flight. Police trying read my rights. Slowly can't breathe, can't fight. Little niggas catching bees on the stripes. Down VVs in the light. Baby, I'm 100, got no reason to lie. I'm so tired of hearing this gon' be.